Hello everyone, welcome back. Time is certainly short these days, so I'll try to keep this video short. I referred in my previous video to how Muhammad Hijab was constantly criticizing David Wood for not knowing Hebrew and then proved that he himself does not know Hebrew. I'll cover two more points in this video that just drive that point home. Let's look first at what Hijab says about the word spirit in Hebrew.
There's two words for spirits in Hebrew language, ruh, which is the same as the Arabic, and ruach. The word ruach is here in Zechariah chapter 6, verse 5.
So there you go. There are two words for spirit in Hebrew. Two words for spirit in Hebrew. Okay, the first word is very common. Ruach is translated something over 300 times as spirit. You also have spirit, wind, breath. Very common word there. Then he mentions another form. Now, he doesn't say where this form exists, but I have a suspicion that he's a bit mixed up and that he's actually quoting an Aramaic form of the word ruach. So I'm not sure about that, but maybe he'll clarify that in exactly what text he's referring to. But regardless, let's jump into Proverbs chapter 20. This says, "The spirit of man is the lamp of the Lord." Okay, let me bring up the magnifier for you. Spirit of man is the lamp of the Lord. And let's jump over here to the Hebrew. Now, he said that there are two words that are translated spirit. Okay, so we should expect to see one of these two words here. But we don't. We see this word, this mystery word, which is translated as spirit. And the sense it's used in is spirit. Yet, it very clearly says nishmath. But nishmath isn't one of the two words that he listed for spirit in Hebrew. You know, it seems like Hijab doesn't know Hebrew more and more. So it's funny because he might actually be right in some sense, because if he did list those two words, ruach, and then that possible Aramaic derivative, and then he said there are two words in Hebrew, so you'd have to exclude that one and then include the one he forgot, in which case the total would be two. But regardless, he demonstrates once again that his knowledge of Hebrew is insufficient. Now, second point, Elijah. Let's ask Mr. Hijab what the name Elijah means in Hebrew.
The word Elijah in the Hebrew language means God is with us.
All right, so there you have it. The word Elijah, the name Elijah, means God with us. Really? Okay, let's check some actual lexicons written by people who have terminal degrees in Hebrew and Semitic studies. Here's the DDD, Dictionary of Deities and Demons in the Bible. This is Elijah equals Yahweh is God. So it doesn't mean God with us. It means Yahweh is God. Or you could also translate it, Yahweh is my God, from the Anchor Yale Bible Dictionary. So the great scholar Muhammad Hijab once again has misled us on what the Hebrew means. So in the previous video, I talked about how he equates the Spirit of God to spirits of the heavens in Genesis and Zechariah, and he says they're all the same, and he adds them together, and you get 7. That's absolute nonsense. I talked about how he produced an NIV translation, which I can't find, by the way. I did an electronic search of NIV translations. Maybe it's out there somewhere where Jesus' I am statement is translated I will be. If it's out there somewhere, fine. That's great, because the Hebrew in Exodus 3, Ehyeh Asher Ehyeh, is the Cal imperfect 1CS form. As I covered in the previous video, it can very easily be translated and has been translated as I will be. Once again, if Hijab knew his Hebrew, he wouldn't have contradicted himself by bringing up this supposed NIV translation. Then I talked about his knowledge of the word spirit in Hebrew. There are only two words for spirit, except he forgot one. And then he said the name Elijah means something that it clearly doesn't. Demonstrably not. So, what Hijab did is he learned enough Hebrew words and phrases to get up on a stage and in front of a bunch of people who don't know any better and play the part, to fool them, to make them think he knows Hebrew, and then to criticize his opponent for not knowing Hebrew. Fascinating. You know what? That nonsense stops with people like me who know better. And everyone should know better, Christians or Muslims alike. You deserve to know better, and now you do. Thanks for watching.